For the few years that I was at home with my parents, it was just a very stressful situation. I didn't really feel like my health was getting too good, and that's one of the main causes for inflammation is stress, because you're stressing out your body and woo, your body goes crazy. And then autoimmune disease is your body attacks itself. So that would happen on a regular basis. And then my mom, she started trying to look up stuff to see how she could help me better, and it was helping. She would make me a ton of these drinks, and I hated drinking them, but they did work. And I kind of wish I would have taken more notes on the drinks that she was making me, so I could at least do them now. A few years later, I meet my husband. We start dating. I actually moved with him to California, and while I'm there, I neglected my health. I started eating stuff that I know I wasn't supposed to, but I kept telling myself, oh, well, if you just do it once in a while, it's not gonna hurt. 6 months into us living in California, we had to come back because I started getting really sick, and I ended up in the hospital over there. And after that, my husband was like, we should just go back to Vegas because you have your doctors, you have everything over there. It's a lot easier. So we came back. I ended up in the hospital again over here after we came back. My mom and my husband took me to go see a different doctor. They did everything. He basically told me that my only option was surgery, but they never explained to me exactly what was the surgery. So after that, I was like, all right, so I'll just go back to being on my strict diet that I had for myself. So I started going back to that. And then I got pregnant with my little baby. After I had him, I felt so good. Like I wasn't feeling sick. So once again, I was like, oh, I can eat whatever I want again. I started to get sick again. The hardest thing about having an autoimmune disease is when nobody understands it. You could tell me like I have to change everything, and I do. I change all of my habits, and when I do change it, whatever I'm going through, my body will still attack itself. Even if I'm eating perfectly fine, if I stress out my body too much, it attacks itself. I didn't end up in the hospital with my baby, but I was in and out of the emergency room. I kept getting a lot of pains. I was always feeling sick. After his first birthday, I lost my mom, which was very hard. I was also going through something with my dad, so that stressed me out even more. My body started attacking itself again. I tried everything. I even stopped speaking to him for a while so I could have that stress out of my life. And then we got pregnant again, and that pregnancy was just horrible. I was sick all the time, throwing up every morning. I could barely get up out of bed. So after I had my baby, I kept neglecting myself. With the depression of losing my mom, going through stuff with my dad just kept making me worse. Then I want to say like towards the end of September, I could feel that I was starting to get sick, like really sick this time. December 6th, I woke up that morning and I had like very sharp pains, and I was like, oh, this must just be my cramps. I was getting ready for work, and my husband was too, and I had laid down on the couch and I couldn't get back up, and he was asking me what was wrong, and I told him I actually really don't feel good. And he had asked me, okay, do you want to go get checked? And I told him, yeah, let's just make sure that we go to a quick care first. And they tell me that, oh, I probably is like abdominal pain, or I have like appendicitis. And they told me that they don't really have an x-ray machine there, so they can't really check. So it'd be best if I was to go to the emergency room. They check me in, they start doing the CAT scans, the x-rays, blood work, all that. After they do all that, they tell me that they got the they got the CAT scan back and they could see that my whole colon was inflamed and I had 2 abscesses. So abscesses are these harmful pus balls. They basically told me that they're harmful bacteria and they don't have any antibiotics to help fight it. So after that, the surgeon came in to talk to me just in case if I had to have a surgery. He basically explained to me that if they have to remove my colon, what they would do is take my small intestine, take the ileum part, which is the end of your small intestine, make an incision outside of my stomach, put that out. I'd have to attach it back to it and poop every day. And when he told me that that's how I would have to go to the restroom, I was really surprised because I had one doctor that told me that that type of surgery, you have to have it every 6 months. And that's why I was like, oh, well, I gotta get my shit together because I don't want that happening to me. I don't want to have a surgery every 6 months. Like, what if I want to have another kid? And this is before I had kids, the doctor told me. So it freaked me out. But after he explained to me what it was, and he told me that I could actually be in less pain in that way because I wouldn't have my colon anymore, which would mean that I wouldn't have to pass anything through my rectum, which is where it was inflamed and where I had my sores. Well, fast forward to like 6 in the morning. I woke up my husband because I started telling him like I'm in a lot of pain and it doesn't seem like my nurse is like paying attention to my call light. So he tries to go find her. She says that she's with another patient right now, that she'll get to my room when she can. My mother-in-law gets there, and as she's getting there, I hear a pop. And my husband was sitting next to me, and he's like, what was that? And I was like, I don't know, but I'm starting to be in a lot of pain. And then I started screaming because of the pain that I was in. So he tells his mom, like, I tried calling the nurse. She said that, you know, she'll get to her room when she can. And my mother-in-law actually got pissed off and she walked up to the nurse and told her, you need to get in her room right now and see what's going on. So she calls the surgeon, tells him like that I'm screaming in pain. I heard a pop. So he sends up 2 x-ray techs. They come in, they do the x-ray. So after they did that, I want to say like a few minutes later, the surgeon came in and he told me, okay, we have to rush you to surgery room. As we're getting down there, one of my cousins, she gets there. And all I can remember is how scared I was. It was first surgery I was having, and it was like a major one. And so they're trying to prep me and everything, and my husband and my mother-in-law and my cousin, they're trying to hold my hand and telling me not to worry. I remember getting into the surgery room and they were trying to make me laugh. I can't remember what, but I know I was laughing. The anesthesiologist, they put something into my IV to help me pass out, and then he put the face mask over me and told me, okay, start breathing in. So I remember breathing in twice, and then that was it. I guess I was out after that. Funny thing, apparently after I woke up and they let my husband go see me first, apparently I looked at him and I told him, who are you? After that, and we left the hospital, 2 days later, I had to go back. I ate something and it caused a blockage, so I had to go back. And then days later, I got released. And after that, I was like, okay, I really need to be careful with what I eat. I don't want to go back to the hospital. Like, that's the last thing I want to do. So far, I'm a year with my ostomy now. I've named her Stomy. When it's outside, when your ileum is outside of your stomach, it's called a stoma. So I just named her Stomy. My surgeon actually told me, look for a support group that they will be able to help you better than a doctor, because they're the ones who are going through it. A doctor, yeah, can tell you like the medical ways of it, but a person who is actually living with it and has been living with it will be able to tell you more about it. So the thing I found was that if you actually name your stoma, it kind of brings you a little bit closer to it. And I honestly didn't have an issue with it. After I saw it for the first time, I was like, so this is what it is. Okay. Well, if this is what's keeping me alive and keeping me here for my husband and my kids, my family, then so be it. May be weird to other people, but who cares? So that's my story. I wanted to share that. And so what I'll be bringing to my channel is more awareness for ostomy. There's a lot that I want to show you guys. So stay tuned. Okay. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.